Hey, ho, ho. All right, everybody. Now, a company has reached out to me, Gin. I'll put the website down here, and it'll be in the description as well. And they've dropped off this e-bike to me this morning, and I've been putting it through a couple of tests, and I just want to sort of give my sort of thoughts on the bike and test the bike and show you around the bike. And it's Gin. On the website, it's called a Gin X, and it's got a Bafang motor in the back. It's got 180mm discs, and these are actually hydraulic zoom discs, and they've got the brake switch in them as well, which means that it cuts the motor off. It's got 27.5-inch wheels, and as you can see, it's a nice looking bike, and this retails at $999. That's in pounds, that is, okay? And that's from the UK. And like I said, you can look in the description, and I've put the website by here. But I'll bring the camera in now, and I'll give you a better look of the bike and exactly what it's all about. So let me go and grab the camera, and I'll bring you in. Okay, so you can see the battery is sort of housed in the lower half of the frame there. You can see that it's wider, and the charging plug is there when the battery is in the bike, and then underneath there's a lock and a key. You can take the battery out, slide the battery out, but you can see that it won't go to the floor. You're gonna have to lift the bike up to slide the battery out, and you can charge it. Say you went to work and you wanted to leave the bike outside, bring the battery into work, charge it up, slip it back in, and you're away to go. And I think it's a 12.8 amp hour battery. What else have we got here? We got 27.5-inch wheels, and I think it's a 2.1-inch tyre. On the front and the rear, it's got 180mm discs, so that's pretty good. And they are zoom brake discs, and these are hydraulic. And you can see on here, it has actually got the sort of brake lever switch. So in the back here, we have the Bafang motor, and that's rated at about 250 watts. I've been having a go of it, and it feels peak power is always a little bit more than 250 watts. So it's got a little bit of punch into it. It's got 7-speed gear set, and it's a Shimano ALTUS. And like I say, usually you get the sort of lower range, the bottom of the range gear set derailleurs, but this one is sort of a couple of notches up, and it feels nice and smooth, that does. And I know, because on my fat bike I've got the cheaper derailleur. This one is a lot better. There's a single speed sprocket on the front, and I think this is either a 40 or a 42 tooth. Is one or the other. And if I stand back, you can see the frame. It's in a sort of a satin matte black finish. It does look pretty smart, and the forks are the same sort of matte finish. Let's look at the up the top here. Right, okay, looking at the controls, when we turn it on a second by holding this M button down for a few seconds, then the control comes to life. If there's a plane in the background, sorry, it's just gone past my head. But anyway, so here's the controls. You've got the sort of power assist levels. It goes from 1 up to 5. And if you go down to 0, there, it'll be no pedal assist at all then on 0. And if you hold this arrow down, it'll give you a walk function. I can't do it now because the bike, I'm not holding the bike. But if you hold this down and give you a walk function, if you want to go up a hill or something, you walk them in the bike, it'll assist you. The grips here, look, if I put my hand on there like that, you can see that this sticky out part here, sort of that does help your wrist a little bit. Then, like I said, we've got the zoom brakes with the built-in cut-off motor switches on both sides. We come over to here, we've got the Shimano 7-speed shifter that marries up with the ALTUS derailleur at the back there, and it does shift very, very smooth. And I got to point out here as well, there's a thumb throttle which might be optional, and underneath, I don't know if you can see underneath there, is a little horn to make people jump out the way. Also, there is a light. If you hold the up button like this, I think that's what it is. You can see the light symbol has come on here, and there is a light down there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in this. It is on, but let me try and come on the front there. There's the light there. So it's got a front built-in light, which works off this switch, and you've got your trip meters, you've got your speedometer. So that is the sort of the front setup there on the bike. because it's got hydraulic brakes, the stopping is fantastic. With the 180 discs on the front and rear, it has got a good stopping power with hydraulics. So that's a good thing, because sometimes you get these bikes in this price point and they come with cable operated brake discs, but this one is pretty good. So there's the bike. This is what it's like. Try and come around and show you a bit more of it. And I will say that the frame, I don't know if you can see, but the frame, the welds on the frame, look, they're nice, lovely welds. I mentioned the welds because I bought a cheap fat bike and the welds were terrible. So you can see lovely aluminium frame and nice, lovely welds on there. So let's jump on the bike and see what it's like. Right, okay, up by here there's a bit of a hill going up that way there. You'll see what as I turn around this way, there's a bit of a hill. And we'll give it a bit of a hill, a test. I'll put it in number 5, the top mode. And we'll go up here and see how easy it is, or how hard it is. But grass has been cut for me as well, that's quite nice, isn't it? So, here we go. Well, this is quite the steep hill. The terrain's not too bad, but let's have a go. Yeah, it's not too bad. I've got to put a bit of effort in. I'm on the lowest gear, I'm on number 1. But if I can get up here, then that'll be great. That's giving me assistance. I've had to stand up now. So you've got to put a little bit of assistance in, but I can make it, look. And this is supposed to be off a 250 watt motor. Bit puffed out, but I made it. I did get a little bit puffed out then, but I came from down there and up this hill here, like that. And I know it's not a massive hill, but it's quite hilly. And I came up along there, and by the time I got by here, I was a little bit puffed out. I am of a certain age, so I'm allowed to get a little bit puffed out, but just want to stop by here and show you where I am. Nice countryside, all the fields. Quite a warm day, well, quite a warm evening actually. But anyway, I'm going to jump back on the bike and do a bit more testing. So let's go. Right, here we go again, another hill test. This is not a massive hill, but it's pretty steep. And it's quite easy with electric power. I've put it on assistance 5 and I'm going up here quite easy. So like I said, small motor, but it's enough punch to put you up you know, a decent hill. And I gotta say, I'm enjoying this bike. It suits my size quite well. I'm 5'10". That's about 1.78 meters, I think it is, and I weigh about 90 kilos. So, you know, I'm sort of a larger person, and it's carrying me up there, okay? So yeah. And what I like about this bike is it's I think it's pretty light for what it is. It's quite nimble, you know. It's I'd say it's light for an electric bike, for a 48 volt electric bike. And like I said, look, it's really nimble. It stops really well. This is quite a steep hill going on here. Like I said before, the camera doesn't show you very well, but you know, it's just look how quick it stops. It stops really well. It's the brakes are well suited to this bike. It's nice to have an actual bike that has got good brakes, because some of these cheaper bikes, the brakes are not very good. This is a unusual bridge, isn't it? Anyway, let's do a bit more testing. may just stop for a second, put the bike by there, nice picturesque background. But this is Caerphilly Castle. I thought I'd just pop that in because I only live about a couple of miles from Caerphilly Castle. You can see up there they're doing some sort of repairs. There's some sort of repairs going on, and they're going to jazz up the castle. They're going to spend a bit of money, the Welsh Government. So I thought I'd stop by here, just put that nice picturesque bit of the bike in before I crack on and go and do a little bit more testing. So anyway, I'll catch you in a minute when I'm doing a bit more testing. Right, okay, so I'm in a field now, in the middle of nowhere. There's a field over there, then there's a field beyond that, there's fields that way, there's fields up that way. So I think I'll go this way, back up that hill there, and I'll try and get out onto the sort of main road and do my last sort of tests. See what it's like on the main road. This is the bumpy stuff. It's pretty good. Let's go up that way now.
Step 2.
Here we go.
Step 3. You grow hard about what you want to be. Step 4. Everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations.
Right, okay then, we're coming down to a lane, and this road is going to take me on to sort of civilization, you should call it. So it's on this path here, then we're going to come down to a place called the Van Mansions. So there's some nice big houses up here. This is a very, very old building, this Van Mansions here, because it is a mansion. Just going through renovations at the moment. If I come past here, try and show you, it's quite a big building. This is in the close to Caerphilly town centre. There we are. So it's quite nice, isn't it? And then there's a couple of other buildings which would have been further down here, would have been for probably staff or whatever. But see, gatehouse there, look, see. There you are, then that's Van Mansions. So this road here will take me back down onto the main road, and we'll give the bike a blast and see if it's nice and fast for a 250. You've got to remember that this is a 250 watt motor. That's what it's advertised as. So even, you know, on the biggest of hills, you're going to have to, you know, it's going to be your own level of fitness, how good you can get up hills. You know, if it's a steep hill. So we'll go full assist level 5, and we'll go into a gear 7, and we'll give it some beans and give it some pedalling. That's me pedalling on the motor, look. I don't know if that speedometer is correct, but that's saying 25 miles an hour. That's me pedalling as well, mind. With my supreme pedal strength. But on the road it's quite nice too. It handles quite well. Like I said, the brakes are quite good. So yeah, it's a good bike. It is a good bike. And on the flat stuff, that 250 watt motor is more than enough. Plenty. Try and get some speed up again. So this is me on pedal assist 5. Legs going around, look. About 24 miles an hour with me giving it 22, 24 with me pedaling. A little bit of a hill, slight incline here. But yeah, it's nice. So let's carry on with the ride and the test ride. Well, this will probably be the end bit. I'll probably do an end segment now in a minute, because I've done quite a bit of testing for the time I've had. So it'll probably cut to me doing the end segment. Okay then, I spent a good few hours with the bike, and what do I think? What's my overall sort of opinion of this bike? Well, I think for $999, this bike is very, very good. I mean, there's no external battery sticking out, so aesthetically it looks nice. It's light for what it is for an electric bike. It's nimble. The Bafang motor works well. And I think it looks nice overall. It just looks nice. And it works as it should. So would I recommend this bike for $999? Yes, I would. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to check the links below, go on, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Hoo-hoo!